So, listen, I am so happy that I am old because I know you don't, like, you ain't into the rabbit holes in YouTube and who's popping and who's doing this and who's doing that. Or,
Right.
you know, who got a podcast that's doing numbers. This clout chasing thing is crazy. Like super nuts crazy. So I'm just glad I was outside. So I was a teenager and a young man in a time where if you say you had something, like you had to show that you had it. Like in person, you couldn't just show it in pictures.
Right.
So I'm not gonna say these guys' names because I'm going to tell you, like, for the last, what's today? Okay, for the last 4 days, I've been down this rabbit hole because of these young dudes who have been, they finessing the world.
Okay.
With teaching other people game, quote unquote game.
What, like IG or something like that? Like,
YouTube. So basically, here's what happens. When you watch a lot of YouTube, you get suggested videos. So I could be watching something, you know, about relationships, and then YouTube will suggest that I watch this. So one day they suggested these guys who were supposedly teaching losers how to pick up chicks. The game. Sure. Right. Excuse me. Only this game is whack as shit because all they really do is bring chicks into the studio and like kind of degrade them, which is weird.
What?
Yeah. So they bring chicks, mostly bimbos, young girls, probably between, I'm going to say 21 and 28.
Okay.
So they all young and dumb. They bring them into the studio, and one dude is supposed to be giving them game or teaching guys how to talk to these chicks, but he doesn't know how to talk to them. The other dude is kind of like a puppet. I see him as a puppet. So when I first heard that they was teaching guys game, I just wanted to watch a video. I watched 5 minutes of it. I said, something's wrong. Something's really wrong here. This is no part of the game. Like the shit that they're saying or telling dudes to do or the way they're talking to women, no part of the game. One of the other dude has like a pickup video where, let me preface this by saying this. We both read the book, The Game.
Right.
So when I read it, I was blown away about all the shit that was in the book.
It was very interesting, but a lot of it comes naturally to guys who just naturally have game.
Right.
So you were already doing a lot of stuff in the book that you didn't even know was the thing or
Right.
that attracted the opposite sex.
Right.
So it was interesting.
Right. So read the book front to back. I said, yo, you got to read this because this shit is interesting. And, you know, in case some dude come up on you, you'll recognize it before it even happened. So these guys supposed to be teaching these other guys game. Well, one dude was in the field trying to pick up chicks, doing all the wrong shit, approaching from behind, like damn near chasing chicks down, asking chicks their name, doing like the interview style questions, like leading with his value instead of making her demonstrate higher value. It was all backwards. And I said, this shit is insane. These guys are charging $1,000. Get your money, fam. $1,000 an hour to Skype call other losers who have trouble picking up chicks. Yeah, I was so confused. But over the last 4 days, they've been getting called out. So people have been exposing them. Come to find out, they're clout chasing. They won't bring chicks onto their very popular podcast unless the chicks want to sleep with them. It is nuts. Like, yeah, this thing, I see your face. This thing is taking on a whole nother level because somebody called them out. They swear that they're alpha males. They're not doing any alpha male stuff. So one dude called them out and he was like, your wife is probably a fat whale. All this other stuff that was just real, all beta male stuff. I know it's real sketchy the way I'm explaining it, and I'm doing a terrible job of it, but when they went on this rant, they lost about 50,000 subscribers in